Hey, welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we give actionable, bite-sized tips to help you navigate your acting career. I'm your host, Martin Benson, and today we'll be talking about how to shortcut the process of getting an agent. So a listener of this podcast recently emailed me saying that she's in her 60s and doesn't have a lot of time to build an acting career, so she wanted to know what my recommendations would be to make the process of getting an agent faster. Now, if you have a question you'd like me to answer on this podcast, don't hesitate to email me, martin@cityheadshots.com, because great questions make for great podcast episodes. Now, the blunt truth is that there is no real shortcut to getting an agent. This is why there are so many scam artists out there. They promise to be your agent immediately for a fee, and they don't actually wind up doing anything for you except taking your money. Now, having said that, there are a few things I can share to hopefully make getting an agent sound less daunting and be a bit less time-consuming, especially if you are in a particular age range, which brings me to my first point. If you're older or younger, it can be easier to get an agent. Most actors are between the ages of 20 and 40. Younger than that, most people think they're too young to start pursuing their careers, and they're still in school. So agents are actually short on actors that are young. And most actors, unfortunately, quit in their mid to late 30s if they haven't made it yet. And so there's fewer and fewer actors who are older. Now, that means agents need those people. And when they need people, they're generally going to be more lenient with credits and requirements. Now, in general, it's good practice to have professional headshots, a decent reel, and a resume with at least 3 to 5 speaking credits. But you're less likely to need all those things if you're a great actor outside of the 20 to 40 age bracket. This means that you don't have to spend so much money trying to build up credits right away, or so much time, I should say. Now, my suggestion is to focus first and foremost on your acting technique, because if anything is off in your acting ability, no agent will want to represent you. So you need to be 100% on point there. Then you want to make sure that you have a great headshot and 2 strong monologues. You can do those yourself. You can pay for the headshot, and then you can use your own smartphone to record your monologues. Those are going to be critical to getting an agent to take you seriously. And they need to be really strong, okay? So I recommend working with an acting coach or taking a workshop where you refine a monologue. Now, once you have those 2 things, then you can immediately start searching out and submitting to agencies in hopes that someone likes your look and your clips enough to consider representing you. And again, this is particularly applicable to people who are outside the bracket of 20 to 40. For people who are within that bracket, I always still recommend getting at least 3 to 5 speaking credits, okay? Now, for specifics on how to go about getting an agent and the steps that you should take, I do recommend listening to my first podcast episode ever, which is called How to Get an Acting Agent. I think it's technically episode number 2, maybe, because the first one was sort of just like an intro to the podcast. Anyway, you can literally shortcut things down to as long as it takes to book your headshot session and record those 2 monologues. You don't need to spend years performing for free in student films before you can start looking for an agent. But again, the most important thing is making sure that your acting technique is really on point. Many actors, especially newer ones, believe that if they book a few independent productions, like lead or supporting roles, that their acting is good enough. And unfortunately, that's not true at all. Casting directors are way more discerning than you'd think, and working with an acting coach is one of the best ways to know for sure if your acting technique is good enough to get an agent. Now, before we wrap, let me briefly talk about my acting workshop called Up-Level Your Acting. It's a 4-week acting program focused on helping you take your acting from level 1 and level 2, as I call it, where there's technical issues and unclear choices are being made, to consistent level 3 and level 4 performances where casting directors and agents are really floored and they feel goosebumps as they watch you. It's a great workshop and fun workshop series that I run live over Zoom a few times per year. It's very small, so there's only a few people in the class because I like to give a lot of one-on-one attention, and that does mean that slots fill up quickly. So if you visit martinbenson.com/uplevelyouracting, and you just want to put dashes in between uplevel, your, and acting. So again, my last name is spelled Bentsen. So martinbenson.com/uplevel-your-acting. And that will take you directly to the page to learn more about that course. And you can sign up there. So thanks for listening today. If you want more great tips like these, sign up for my free newsletter. Every week I send out actionable bite-sized tips to help you grow your acting career and improve your technique. You can visit actorsuccesscoach.com there and enter your name and email address to stay up to date on the latest and best hacks and secrets that I share. Thanks so much, and I will see you soon.